just some note. I'll again erase this page also. The right hand side, the proof is done there only, huh? The right hand side of the above statement or above expression is called nth order Taylor expansion. Nth order Taylor expansion at, say, at point C. That is which part? F of C plus summation k equal to 1 to n f kth derivative at C upon k factorial into x minus c raised to n, which raised to k, which I was using. I solved some problem to ask the Taylor expansion of the function. This is called Taylor expansion. This is called nth degree Taylor polynomial. Nth degree Taylor polynomial. You can say this is note 1. I cannot write 1 here. Yeah. And second note, the remainder part, the term f nth derivative at C, and what was that? F x minus क्या था ये? Sorry, here it was p na. F nth derivative at p. Here it was x minus c raised to p plus 1 upon p plus 1. यही था ना? Just check this part. This last. Oh, this should be f n plus 1. This should be fn plus 1. Yeah. So this is fn plus 1 at p x minus c raised to p plus 1 upon p plus 1 factorial. Is called remainder term. Is called remainder term. Yeah. Okay, just wait. एक second, huh? Am I mixing P and C? Let me just check. Yeah, F and 3 at C. हाँ, यहाँ पे C था ना? यहाँ पे C था, यहाँ पे P था. यहाँ पे C, यहाँ पे P. Correct. So मैंने उल्टा लिखा है. C and P, yes. Yeah. This is P, na? And this is C, correct? Am I correct now? Yes. This part. Yes. So this is called remainder term in the Taylor expansion. I'm sorry, I should write T capital. Taylor expansion. And it is usually denoted by Rn. Remainder term. Okay? And this form of remainder is known as Lagrange form. And it is simplest. There are some more form, that is Cauchy form, integral form, which you will be learning in later on in your third year. But here you are having this form that is called Lagrange form, and this is the simplest one. I will write it. This form is known as Lagrange's form. Remember, there are two more forms, huh? Cauchy form and integral form. You have to get back to this in TYBSc. Huh? You have to think. Your teacher will ask, "What is Lagrange form?" Then you should answer, "This is Lagrange form." Then he will be telling you what is Cauchy form and what is. Yeah. Cauchy form and integral form. Maybe I'll write here Cauchy form, two more form. The first one is Cauchy and second one is integral. Yeah. Okay. Now we have done some examples also, that was done. So I'll skip this part. What else? What is remaining now? Mm, I think, yeah. And after that, that application part was remaining, no? That is maxima and minima part. Correct? Yeah, but for the maximum minima part, I think I may have given you what is local maxima and local minima. In the starting only, I have, I think, told you the definition, correct? Maybe I don't remember. What is local maxima? What is local minima? Yeah, yeah, local and global maxima also I told you, correct? Now, by using this derivative, you can find local maxima and local minima by using derivative. So how will you do that? Do you remember your 12th standard, basic 12th standard? How do you find the maximum point, local maxima, local minima? Do you remember? You need to find first derivative, उसको zero बोलने का, फिर double derivative निकालने का. And if your double derivative is positive, then you used to have local minima, correct? And if you're having negative, then you used to have local maxima. I hope you remember that. Do you remember the proof? First of all, do you remember? Let us recall the definition of local maxima and local minima. Can somebody define what is local maxima? If you remember, then you should say it quickly. Said to have local maximum. Yeah. Maximum in some neighborhood, correct? There will be some neighborhood you can able to find a delta in which only that point is maximum. That means, I'll just write it. That means if there exists a delta positive such that your function f of x is less than equal to f of p, in that range only, for all x that belongs to p minus delta and p plus delta, that is the definition for local maxima. If you can find this delta, then you can say this is local maxima. And do you know, I talked about global maxima and local maxima together. That is, when do we say of local, can a global maxima, can it be local, or can local be global? And I have given you one example, that is, I think f of x equal to x, where the graph says this is here. So if you talk about this point, say a to b, if you talk about this point is global maxima, but this is not local maxima. Why? Because I cannot find a delta neighborhood for this. If I can find a delta neighborhood, then it is local maxima, but I cannot find a delta neighborhood. Delta neighborhood means what? This set should completely lie in my interval, in my domain. That is a main important thing. This p minus delta and p plus delta, I could find a thing. Similarly, you can define local minima. You don't have to write it again. And the graphically also I have told you. So let us try to see some function and try to think what is local maximum. F of x equal to x square minus 4x plus 6. Suppose this is the function you are having, and the question shows that uh, yeah, show that, the question is show that f of x has local minima at 2. What do you mean by that? What you have to find? You have to find a delta such that in that delta neighborhood your function is taking all the values of function. This will be less than 2. Do you agree? No. F of 2 will be the least one. I'm sorry. Everybody should be greater than f of 2 because I'm talking about local minima. Do you agree? Look at the function. What is the function at f of 2? What is the value at f of 2? F of x is this solution, x square minus 4x plus 6. What is f of 2? 2, correct. F of 2 is 2. So can I write my function in terms of 2? That means can I write it? See, x square minus 4x is there, no? I need to add and subtract something. I'll be getting x minus 2 the whole square. Can you tell me what else is remaining? I need to subtract 4, so I'll be remaining 2. Do you agree? Can I write my this function as in this form? Yes. Can I do that? I'm just using basic calculus. Now you see that this part is always positive. Do you agree? Do you agree or not? Hello. This is x minus 2 the whole square. That means x minus 2 the whole square. This is always positive. But if you add 2 both the side, that is x minus 2 the whole square plus 2, that is greater than equal to 2. But what this thing is your f of x. And what this thing is, this is your f of 2. So what can you say? You choose any delta. I don't care in this case. Hence you can choose any delta, say delta equal to 1, and you can get the point. Because I am getting what I am getting for any x, I am getting this f of x is greater than equal to f of 2. And your what is your interval here? Interval is r. They are not specifying any specific interval. So this actually this point 2 is your global maxima, you can say global minima. This is the minimum value. इससे छोटा कोई हो ही नहीं सकता तुम्हारे फंक्शन में. बट अगर तुमको प्रूफ लिखना है तो यू शुड राइट कि वी टेक सम डेल्टा, टेक डेल्टा इक्वल टू 1 एंड पॉइंट पी क्या है तुम्हारा 2. तो इंटरवल क्या रहेगा? p माइनस डेल्टा एंड p प्लस डेल्टा, p माइनस डेल्टा एंड p प्लस डेल्टा, दैट विल बी इंटरवल 1,3. एंड यू नो व्हाट, f of x is greater than equal to 2. So f of x is greater than equal to 2 for all. You can also greater than equal to f of 2 for all x lying between 1 and 3. Hence proved. Hence what you can say, f has local minima at x equal to 2. Do you agree? In this case it was quite easy because this part is always positive. So if I add something, so I don't care about that. So it was quite clear to get here. Yes, is that okay? Okay, similarly one more question. Let you guys think now. F of x equal to say minus 4x square plus 8. This is 4, huh? Minus 4x square plus 8. What can you say? Can you give me any local maxima or minima? I am not going to specify anything. कोई भी point नहीं बोल रहा हूँ मैं. And कौन से point पे maxima और minima, that is also I am not telling you. Can you say something? What do you know about x square? That is always positive. What do you see f of 0? F of 0 is 8. Can you say something now? I have given you a hint. Since your 4x square, I will say minus 4x square is always negative. Do you agree? I'm having minus 4x square is always negative. Can I add 8 both the sides? That is minus 4x square plus 8. That will be less than equal to 8. What do you see? Your f of x is less than equal to, what is this guy? F of 0. Can you say something from this? Yes? Can you say something for the point 0? Can you? Yeah, 0 is local minima. Perfect. You can choose delta equal to say 1 put किया तो क्या मिलेगा मुझे interval -1 to 1. You can say what f of x is less than equal to f of 0 for all x belongs to -1 to 1. Correct? So what do you say? Implies f has local maxima at 0. Have you seen this type of finding local maxima and local minima in your 12th standard? In your 12th standard, you are just asked to find derivative and do this, and get the local maxima and local minima. You have never think like this actually. Can you think about कि हाँ मतलब इधर से भी तो देख रहा है ऐसा करने का ऐसा करने का. Do you see? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, बोलो. Yes, tell me. ये global minima ही है ना? Do you see? Do you see in this case it is global minima? Why? Because whatever you wrote here, that is f of x is greater than equal to f of 2. This is true for all x. Do you agree? This is not true only in the interval this 1 and 3. This is actually a global global minima only. This point 2 is global minima only. Do you know why? करेक्ट. आई डोंट नीड एनी इंटरवल. वो तो मुझे लोकल पूछा गया था कि शो दैट लोकल पे है इसलिए मैंने डेल्टा चूज किया. आई डोंट नीड एनी डेल्टा. दिस इज ट्रू. सो आई कैन क्लियरली से कि दिस पॉइंट 2 इज माई लोकल मिनिमा एंड हियर ऑल्सो. कहाँ पे गया ये? हाँ यहाँ पे. पॉइंट 0 इज माई लोकल मैक्सिमा. आई डोंट केयर. मतलब purposely I have taken these questions where the interval is r. Actually your domain is r, real number. So in if my domain is r, so it is easy to handle this type of problem जिसमें मतलब x square को देखा पॉजिटिव है and something like this. Is that okay? One more observation. Let us try to see one more graphically something. Suppose let us see local maxima, huh? And here I'll be saying minima. Minima will be what? Local minima will be something looking like this. So this point is called local maxima, correct? In this interval, in this delta neighborhood, I can say this point is local maxima, correct? And here this point will be my local minima. Do you agree? Yes. Do you agree with this? What do you observe something? What is the slope of tangent at this point and at this point? 0, correct? Perfect. And one more definition of slope is what? It is tan of inclination angle, that is tan theta. Okay. Now try to see the points which are from here to here. And if I would like to find the slope of them, suppose एक point यहाँ पे लिया, कोई भी point यहाँ पे लिया, तो इसका slope क्या रहेगा? That means I need to see inclination angle with positive x-axis. What do you see? That will be so that will be positive. Do you see that? That means f dash of x is positive here. Correct, because the angle will be 0 to 90 तक रहेगा ना. And in the first quadrant, tan of that is positive. Tan of any angle in the actually in the first quadrant everybody is positive. I don't care. So ये positive है. But do you see अगर मैंने यहाँ से यहाँ तक point लिया and if I take any point here, what will be my angle then? It will be tan of 90 plus something. Do you see that it will be tan of 90 plus something? That will गो इन सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट, एंड सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट में tan क्या होता है? नेगेटिव. वेरी नाइस. सो दैट मीन्स एफ डैश ऑफ एक्स इज नेगेटिव. So do you see that मतलब I can define my local maxima and local minima in terms of first derivative also. That means यहाँ से यहाँ तक मतलब ये this should be positive and this should, and what about this huh? What about this? What about this? अगर यहाँ से यहाँ पे कोई भी पॉइंट लिया तो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? Your f dash of x will be नेगेटिव होएगा, एंड यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? It will be positive. Correct. So graphically it is quite clear to see. I'll just write it, huh? And you see whether you understand this or not. Whatever I have told you, this is called first derivative test. Proof is very simple. From graph it is quite simple, then it is actually simple. So let me take an interval. Let I equal to AB be an open interval, and suppose your function f from I to R is continuous on I. Okay, and you also given that f is differentiable on I, except you can say except at point P, except at point P. Possibly, it is not compulsory, except possibly there may be a point for P such that derivative does not exist. So I don't care actually. And suppose P is my critical point. Do you know what is critical point? I don't know. I should have just stated a critical point somewhere. Maybe I'll just write critical point. The point at which the derivative of function is 0. This is called critical point. A point P belongs to I is said to be critical point of f. Another name is stationary point, or this is called stationary point. If f dash of P is 0, if either f dash of P is 0 or does not exist. I'm sorry, I have to write it like f local maxima. Perfect. I have already told you. Look at the graph. Here you see positive से negative पे change हो रहा है, correct? Then it is local maxima. So first derivative you can say if f dash of x changes from positive to negative at point P, then f has local. Hey, what happened to this? F has local maximum at P. Similarly, local minima का क्या definition आएगा? What will be the definition for local minima? If f dash of x changes from negative to positive. Correct. Very nice. सो डू यू सी अभी तक अपने को दो डेफिनेशन पता चला लोकल मैक्सिमा एंड लोकल मिनिमा के, एंड वो जो दो डेफिनेशन ये हम लोगों ने अपने 12th स्टैंडर्ड में देखा नहीं है अभी तक मतलब जो हम लोगों ने देखा है 12th में वो अभी तक हम लोग ने नहीं देखा है यहाँ पे. दैट इज डबल डेरिवेटिव का. नाउ आई हैव गिवन यू टू डेफिनेशन फॉर लोकल मैक्सिमा एंड मिनिमा. वन एक तो अपना डेल्टा वाला डेफिनेशन and another it is first derivative, so you just write it that also. Okay, and I'll say one third one. If local minima का लिख लेना है यहाँ पे. If f dash of x does not changes its sign at P, then f is neither local maxima or not local minima. Neither local maxima or nor, no? Neither nor local minimum. That is okay. Can you write the proof? Proof is very simple here. Just follow the graph, you can write the proof. I am not going to write the proof definitely. I am going to tell you for writing. Can you write the proof? Think about it and tell me. From positive to negative, what do you mean by that? That means from this p minus delta, na? From p minus delta to p, this will be positive, and from p to p plus delta, this will be negative, correct? So should I write the first one? I'll write the first proof and I'll leave this. Suppose f dash of x changes from positive to negative. Positive to negative at p. What do you mean by that? That means what? You can say there exists say h बोलता हूँ, ठीक है सर. There exists h positive such that f dash of x is positive in which interval? P minus h to p, and f dash of x is negative in which interval? In p to p plus h. Correct? What do you mean by that? That means f is can you say that derivative positive matlab, can I say function is increasing and I have interval, so I don't care. So can I say f is increasing in this and f is decreasing in this? Can I say that? And it is quite clear from graph also. If you go back, यहाँ दिख रहा है ना, यहाँ से यहाँ तक increase हो रहा है, then it is decreasing. So can I say f is increasing in the interval p minus h to p, and f is decreasing in the interval p comma p plus h. What do you mean by increasing, decreasing? What do you mean by increasing? Increasing means what? F of x is going to be less than f of p in the interval x belongs to p minus h comma p. And what do you mean by decreasing? And I am having f of p that is greater than f of x in the interval x belongs to p comma p plus h. Can I combine both the thing? And can you say something? In both the cases, I am having f of p is the maximum only ना. Either मेरा x ये interval में है तभी भी f of p is maximum. Either मेरा x in this interval तभी भी I am having f of p as maximum. So that implies that, can I say this? F of x is less than equal to f of p for all x belongs to either कहाँ से भी रहे p minus h to p minus h to p plus h. But this was the definition of local maxima, correct? I can find a interval जिसमें ऐसा कुछ हो रहा है. Implies f has local maxima. Hence proved. Is that clear? Is the proof clear to you? It was quite easy. That was not at all difficult. Yes. Similarly, I'll just state double derivative ka, and we'll think about the proof. That is second derivative test. Again, you are having I is in interval AB and open interval AB. F from I to R be a function such that f dash of x and f double dash of x exist for all x belongs to I, and let p belong to I such that, what was the condition, do you remember? F dash of p must be 0. यही था ना. Function दिया है, you need to find derivative, then put f dash of p 0 and get the point p. What next? You have two conditions. If double derivative of p is negative, then what? Then f has local maxima, correct? At p. And second one is, if f double dash of p is positive, then f has local minima at P. Correct. Proof is very simple if you try to find actually. मैं just एक proof तुमको बताऊं कि maybe I'll just give you time to think. Try to prove the theorem. Start with this f double dash of P and try to prove. What do you know the definition of f double dash of P? I'll just help you a little bit and I'll just leave it as it is. I want you to think about it. Proof, the first one, you are given f double dash of P is what? Less than 0. What do you mean by definition of f double dash? Limit h tending to 0, oh sorry, x tending to P. What is the definition? F dash of x minus f dash of P upon x minus P. This is less than 0. I will not say anything. Try to solve it and get the value of delta. Get the value of delta such that this will be your local maxima, correct? I want to prove local maxima at point P. So try to do this. I'll leave this as it is. Think about it and try to complete the proof. We'll do it in the next lecture and we'll try to solve some problems also where I have to find the critical point. Maybe I'll just do one problem. Look at this function f of x equal to mod x. Can you tell me critical point for this? Point 0 y. Why 0 is critical point? Because f dash of 0 does not exist. Simple. What was the definition for critical point? Either derivative must be 0 or it must not exist. You already know that f dash of 0 does not exist. That means 0 is my critical point. Correct? Good. And maybe I'll just give some homework problem for you. Now we have all the three definition, correct? You can calculate maxima minima. Now there is not at all any issue. Suppose f of x equal to say x upon x square plus 4, and one more question, this is one. Second question, you can take f of x is equal to cos 2x in the interval minus pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Yeah. Try to find maxima and minima of this. पहले तो you have to find critical points, then next thing is find local extremum. Okay, I stop now. Thank you so much everyone.